All right, let's just jump straight into it. When ChatGPT was unleashed in late 2022, it felt like a shockwave hit the world of education. I mean, overnight, every single school, university, and teacher's lounge was buzzing with the exact same debate. Is this thing the most powerful learning tool ever invented? Or is it the ultimate cheating machine?
And that's really the big question we're digging into here. So what's the deal? Did this technology just break the entire system of how we teach and learn? Or is it actually forcing an evolution that's been a long time coming?
Okay, so to get started, let's really set the stage. Whenever a technology this disruptive shows up, the first reaction is always black and white. People immediately want to know, is this a friend here to help us, or is it a foe here to mess things up?
And this really gets to the heart of the conflict, something researchers are calling the friend versus foe paradox. On one hand, you can see how AI could be an incredible friend, right? It's like a personal tutor in your pocket, ready to fill in knowledge gaps 24/7. But then there's the other side of the coin. It could be a foe, giving students a way to completely bypass the hard work of actual learning, which, brings up huge risks of plagiarism, and could even devalue the degrees we all work so hard for.
But here's a wild thought. AI in education isn't actually new. We had computer-based learning way back in the 60s with systems like Plato and intelligent tutors in the 80s. So what's different now? One word: speed. ChatGPT got to 100 million users in just 3 months. To put that in perspective, nothing in the history of technology has ever been adopted that fast. And it changed the entire conversation, literally, overnight.
So if AI can be both friend and foe, what's the deciding factor? What tips the scales? Well, it turns out it's not really about the technology itself. It's about the person using it, specifically how students choose to use it. And that all comes down to their mindset.
Now, there's a fancy academic term for this, achievement goal structures, but we can boil it down to one simple question. Why are you trying to learn this? Seriously, think about it. Is your goal to genuinely master the material, or are you just trying to get the assignment done and check a box? Your answer to that question changes everything.
This basically leaves students at a fork in the road with two clear paths. On one side, you have the mastery approach. This is where you use AI like a thinking partner. You use it to brainstorm, to explore new ideas, to challenge its answers and deepen your own understanding. And then you have the other path, the procedural approach. This is the shortcut. The goal is just to finish, so the AI's answer gets copied and pasted without any real thought and not much real learning happens.
And this is where the research gets really fascinating. The evidence is showing that students who take that mastery approach, the ones who use AI to build on what they already know, they actually learn the material more effectively. So the huge takeaway here is that it's not a question of if you use AI, it's all about how. Okay, so we see that the student's role is changing. But what about the person on the other side of the desk? This new AI reality is forcing a total rethink of what it even means to be a teacher. Their role is shifting from the source of all knowledge to, well, something very different.
First off, teachers are getting their own AI sidekicks. And these aren't just generic chatbots. We're talking about specialized tools like Lesson Squill, which can whip up entire lesson plans, or Diffit, which can take one article and instantly create different versions for all reading levels. Then you have something like Magic School AI, which has a whole suite of tools for all that tedious admin work. Just imagine the hours this frees up, letting teachers get back to doing what they love, actually teaching.
And all that extra time is allowing for this really powerful evolution, the move from teacher as tutor to teacher as coach. Think about it. The AI can be the tutor now. It can deliver the facts. The teacher's new job is to be the coach, the one who guides, motivates, and builds those uniquely human skills like critical thinking and resilience. It's just like a great tennis coach. They don't just teach you the rules. They build you up as a player, providing strategy and encouragement.
And really, that's the bottom line. I love this quote from Manan Kurma, who said, AI cannot encourage a child to think creatively, only a human can. An AI can spit out facts, sure, but it can't inspire you. It can't give you a pep talk when you're struggling or help shape your character. That is, and always will be, the irreplaceable role of a great human teacher.
Okay, but this all creates a huge problem. If an AI can write a flawless essay in seconds, how in the world do you test what a student actually knows? The traditional written exam, the cornerstone of school for centuries, is suddenly on life support.
So what's the solution? How can we possibly measure genuine understanding when a machine can produce a perfect-looking answer? Well, funny enough, the answer might not be some futuristic new technology, but a return to something kind of old school.
It's called an interactive oral assessment, or IOA, and the concept is brilliant in its simplicity. Instead of just grading a piece of paper, you have a structured conversation with the student about that paper. It's the ultimate test to see if the person who turned in the work is the same person who actually gets the ideas inside it.
So here's how it works in practice. First, a student submits their assignment. Then they sit down with their teacher, who starts probing them with questions like, "Tell me why you chose this particular source," or "Can you explain the argument you made on page 2 in a different way?" They are graded on their ability to think on their feet and defend their ideas in real time, something no chatbot can do for them.
And the coolest part is the feedback from students. This one quote from a student just nails it. "It felt like a job interview, not just an exam." And that's fantastic, because it shows this isn't just about catching cheaters, it's about building real-world skills like communication and quick thinking that are absolutely essential for any career.
Now, we need to zoom out for a second, because while individual students and teachers are adapting on the ground, the education system as a whole, well, it's falling dangerously behind. And that's creating a massive skills gap. Get ready for this statistic, because it's a shocker. A recent report looked at higher education in the US and asked how many institutions have an actual school-wide plan to teach AI literacy. The answer? Just 1%. One.
And here's where that number becomes a real problem. Now compare that 1% of schools to this number, 33%. A full third of the college-educated workforce is already using AI on the job. Today, that's not a gap, that is a massive chasm between what our schools are preparing students for and what the modern workplace actually demands. And the market is absolutely paying attention. We're already seeing what economists call an AI wage premium. Put simply, jobs that require AI skills pay more. This isn't some trend that's coming in the future. It is here right now. AI literacy is no longer just a nice little bonus skill on a resume. It's becoming a flat-out requirement.
So where does all this go from here? What's the next chapter? Well, the next evolution is already starting, and it's about moving AI from being just a tool we use to becoming a true teammate that we collaborate with.
We're heading toward what some are calling education-grade AI agents. I want you to think way beyond a simple chatbot. Imagine an AI that's deeply woven into your entire learning experience. It's like having an expert, personal mentor who knows exactly how you learn best, available 24/7.
And that leaves us with one final kind of mind-bending question to chew on. As these AI agents get smarter, more capable, and more integrated into our lives, the next time you set out to learn something new, will your main learning partner even be human?